Hey guys, I'm so excited to show you what we just built. So for those of you that don't know who I am, I'm Justin, the founder and CEO of Merchant. We make automated marketing agency tools that help them fully outsource their Google business profile and local SEO services. It's called Paige, but that's not really what we're here to talk about. I want to show you a very cool platform that we built to help all the agencies that are either using Paige or not to grow their agency, scale their sales efforts and become the best agency salespeople in the world. All right. So SAM is a tool that we built because our Paige product automates all the local marketing and local SEO services that agencies offer, which means that they really just need to focus on sales. And so what we decided to do was then build a tool that turns these agency owners into killer sales reps and easily scale their sales team so they can hire 10, 50, 300 appointment setters or closers so they can get more clients than they thought was even possible. And, to prove that this works, we actually hired 10 of our own SDRs, sales reps, to basically prove the model that SAM works well. And so the feature that I want to show you right now is the new AI trainer mode where SAM acts like a sales manager who teaches you how to overcome different objections that you get on a call. So what you're about to see is an example call that I'm going to have with Sam. Right. Sam is my account manager, and I'm going to go ahead and say continue. And by the way, you can get a free account here and try this out for yourself. You just have to go to sam.merchant.com/sign up. We'll put the link in the video description below so you can get started playing with this yourself. Okay. So what it did was it found one of the leads that it assigned to me, because every day, even in the free account of Sam, you're going to get 5 new leads that you should call because they're a good candidate for local SEO. And if we have a look down here, you can see that we have all the information on this business that you would need to sell them a local marketing service, including who the business owner is, what time it is where you're selling, where they're located, what profiles do they already have, so how are they currently trying to market their business, as well as who their top competitor is, what ranking they're in for their most important keyword, the total market opportunity, meaning, it says right here, like adjustment visits are $65 each across initial treatment plan plus maintenance. It comes out to around $2,000 per patient, and that shows the estimated increase in customers they can get if they get to that number 1 spot. Okay. Also up here, you could have just read it all really quickly before you pick up the call. So let's go ahead and select a script. And this has a bunch of scripts as well as stats on each one so that you can see which one works the best. I'm not actually going to read off the script because I just think this is really funny to play with. So for video purposes, I'm just going to start the call and try to get it to agree to talk to me. And as I go, as it throws objections my way, I'm going to click on these so I can get instant rebuttals on how to deal with them if I'm not already familiar with the way. So I'm going to start the call. Hello?
Hi, this is Dr. Alimir Fakhri from Dr. Alimir Fakhri, DC, chiropractor. How can I help you today?
Hey, doctor. This is Justin from Merchant. I'm calling because I saw that you're currently ranking number 2 on Google Maps. Do you have any interest in learning how you can get to the number 1 spot?
Listen, Justin, I'm very busy right now. We've managed our online presence just fine so far. And I'm not interested in sales pitches. We already have something in place that works for us. Thank you for calling.
Well, I get that you're really busy running your business, but that's why we do all the heavy lifting for your Google business profile. It won't take much of your time at all. In fact, we handle it so you can keep focusing on your work while your profile quietly brings in more customers.
I appreciate the offer, but we have a system that works for us, and I'm not looking to change that right now. These kinds of calls usually end up being too expensive or don't deliver on the promises.
I understand. A lot of owners feel like they're doing fine, without us, but there are likely folks out there searching for services like yours every day. And if your profile isn't fully filled out and active, they might end up going with a competitor. We ensure those people find you instead with very minimal effort on your part.
I understand what you're saying, but I need to think about it. Right now, I can't commit to anything new. Please send me some information, and I might consider it later.
Usually when someone says that they need to think about it, what they're really saying is that they're not interested and they're just trying to get the person off the call. Like, that's not what's happening here, is it?
Honestly, Justin, I'm skeptical. I've heard many pitches like this before, and they rarely deliver as promised. I'm not looking to add more expenses without guaranteed results.
It's
Call me back later.
I get it, doctor. And it's smart to be skeptical, but how about this? How about we take a quick look at your current profile and honestly tell you what we can do for it? If we can't find anything that'll be helpful, we'll let you know. But usually we discover a few tweaks that lead to more people finding and contacting you. And, of course you can only move forward if you see potential value. But, again, there's around 320 people looking for your type of business in your area every month, which means that the total market opportunity size is $640,000 a month in new customer value. Like, are you getting anywhere close to that in revenue right now?
All right, Justin. I'm starting to see your point, but I'm not convinced yet. How do I know your service will actually make a difference? I need to be sure it's worth the investment before considering anything.
Well, we haven't really even talked about the price, and nobody wants to waste money. Absolutely. I get that. And that's why we make sure that our service actually brings you in more business. In fact, usually, just so you know, because your average your average profit per customer is $2,000, our service is a fraction of that. So if we get you one new customer every 3 months, for example, it's going to more than pay off our service. So I promise you, this won't be a waste of money.
You make a fair point. If it genuinely leads to more clients, it could be worth it. But I need to be clear about what I'm getting into before agreeing to anything.
Okay, well, how about this? What if we set up an appointment for later today where you have more time, and we can go through some success stories and our reviews and our strategy generally, so that we can just, show you what we're going to do, and then you can decide if you think it'll work for your business. How does that sound?
You've been persistent, Justin, and I'm slightly more interested now. All right, let's set up a time later today to discuss this further. But understand, I'll need solid evidence that your service will benefit my business before I agree to anything. Now, when are you available?
Amazing. Let's do it at 2 p.m. today. Thank you so much. I promise it won't be a waste of your time.
All right, 2 p.m. it is. I'll give you a chance to show me what you've got. But remember, I'm cautious about these things. I'll see you then. Goodbye.
Thanks, doctor.
You're welcome. We'll talk later. Goodbye.
So there was the easiest way to train yourself on how to overcome the toughest of sales calls. I mean, Sam, as you heard, was not easy to sell to. So if you can sell to Sam and figure out how to dance around all their objections, you're going to have an easier time getting more of your leads to agree to whatever your next step is. And the really cool thing about Sam is that when you're making real calls, it's paying attention to all the objections that are getting thrown your way and the scripts that you're using. And it can tell you what's needed to improve your sales pitch. So looking at our agency, you can see the 10 sales reps that I mentioned that we onboarded to test this project. It's showing the close rates, hold the conversion, dial to set. And if you're not sure what these mean, that's okay. Basically, these are what you'll need to know to track which of your sales reps are under or overperforming in certain areas, as well as what you need to do to correct it. And Sam will actually monitor your sales reps' performances and tell you, this person is too optimistic for meetings because their dial to set rate is high, but their hold to conversion is too low. And so, you don't need to be a professional sales manager. Sam will do that all for you. Sam can also tell you which scripts are the most effective for getting you clients. As well as show you how your agency's metrics compare to all the other agencies out there that are selling local SEO. And so, I think the coolest feature right now is that Sam can train you or your sales reps on how to be just killer salespeople for local marketing services. So I hope that you give it a try. Like I said, it's free. You get 5 free leads a day. You can test out the caller with a set number of minutes and then some upgrade options, but there's no credit card required to get started. And if you think this is cool or it might help your agency, then let us know in the comments below. Like the video, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss our future videos. And if you are interested in scaling your services side so that you can focus more on growing your agency, then definitely check out Paige, the all-in-one AI SEO tool that'll optimize your clients' local SEO and manage the clients for you. Thanks so much for watching. I really appreciate it and hope we get to grow our agencies together.